Hey. What's up, everybody? We hope you're doing good. You ready for today's trivia question?
I hope you're doing as well as you deserve to be doing.
Damn.
I hope you get exactly what you deserve.
Yeah.
If it's great, then great. If it's not so great, that's between you and your universe. You and your God.
That's a different energy right now. Today's trivia question is simple. I don't know why I'm looking at this. Like the trivia question is here. Today's trivia question is, what year did the Chicago flag become our official flag?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think you know the answer. You should know it now.
I should.
But do y'all know the answer? I'm going to give you some time. But before that, if you could, please like and follow us on all social media platforms at 77 Flavor Shot. We keep it simple for you. And if you could.
Because you're dumb.
Yeah, right. And if you, no, I just said, you wrote me into that one. And if y'all could, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel has been completely revamped.
Yeah. So it's not the podcast. It's not. You won't just find the video of the podcast anymore.
Yeah. You got some fun stuff. We got a different version of the podcast from this listen, and also we have behind the scenes footage that comes out later on in the week. So go ahead, follow that. Easy enough. 77 Flavors of Chicago. But right now, let's get into the podcast.
It's Sarah.
And it's Dario.
And we traveled through all of Chicago's 77 community areas. We shared some great stories and took you to our favorite restaurants.
But you know what? There's more Chicago history and food to discover.
So join us as we connect you to the greatest city in the world.
You know why? Because this is 77 Flavors of Chicago. Yo!
I am so much happier with that intro because it actually sounds a lot more like me than I forgot the first one.
Yeah, right. You know, I like it more because it's just more upbeat. It's just more beat. I like the lead in too. When I say my yo, that part is easier now. Yeah. Although I had it timed pretty well, but I like the way it trails off by itself.
That's what she said.
Hold on.
That's what she said.
Did she say that?
I mean, she might not like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Did you get time to think about the answer?
Yeah.
Let me repeat the question for those that skipped forward 15 seconds.
Damn.
What year did the Chicago flag become our official flag?
Wait, was it our non-official flag before?
We never had a non-official flag. We never
There was no flag until that point.
Right.
Oh.
Well, yeah. See, this episode is not about the Chicago flag. I'm leading in, so we'll get, because it's actually the Chicago flag is very interesting. Actually, when we do that episode, y'all be ready. It's pretty dope. I'm gonna say
1920.
1920. I like it.
Yeah.
Consistency is key here. Yeah. Let me give you the answer.
Okay.
In 1892, the Chicago Tribune threw a contest for whoever could design a flag, something to represent the city of Chicago. 1892, 1 year before the World's Fair. So Chicago wanted to be, they were prepping for this moment. Yeah. It wasn't until 1917 when the Chicago flag was written into the official municipal code. And that's pretty dope. You were very close. I'm going to give you a coin. Anybody roughly close around that time, I'm going to give you a coin. But
I'm wrong.
That's no. You 3 years off. But that's not what we're here for. We're talking about
1917.
1970s is the answer. So we're talking about the other
municipal.
Why
is it pronounced municipal? It's one N.
Municipal.
Municipal.
Yeah, municipal.
Oh, I thought you were saying municipal.
You thought I'm saying municipal?
I thought you said municipal.
I am, because I'm, from the south side.
No, don't put that on the south side.
Hey, I ain't putting that on the south side. I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian. That's what we do.
Okay, but sometimes you pronounce things.
Fine, I'm black.
No. Oh my God. All right.
Is that what you're trying to get at?
No, don't do me. Okay, don't do me because
I say annihilators. We already discussed this.
Yeah.
Municipal.
I'm not even commenting.
Look, you said you're not gonna rope me into this.
No.
Not gonna get me canceled.
No, because here's the thing. So you know how Arabs do that? They pronounce like every single letter of the word in English, and they also add letters. Also, the P doesn't exist in Arabic, so imagine all the P's pronounced as B's.
Boy, ain't nothing like Jamaicans. Boy, they be pronouncing every single letter. You ever heard them say comfortable?
Yeah.
Comfortable.
You know that Arabs say comfortable.
What?
Yes.
Man, you can hear every
Comfortable.
every letter.
My mom, ask her, how do you say comfortable? She'd be like, comfortable? I'd be like, Mom.
I had to think about it for a little bit. You'd be like, damn, am I comfortable?
Well, that's racist.
No, it's not.
See? Una reverse.
Anyway.
On that ass.
Anyway. Reverse on that ass. Now, that's what she said. Anyway, so, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm charged up, man. I'm really loving this new year so far. I'm loving the podcast.
This has been, I know this is episode 2,
of season
but
5.
it's been so fun
to
be like, first of all, public transportation has been a whole
whole
vibe.
situation.
A whole vibe.
Yeah. We knew this.
It's been a minute since I've taken the train and the bus this much. I take the train sometimes during the summer, but consistently this much,
right?
It's been a minute. So I forgot the experiences. And we were raw dogging the train, like no headphones, nothing.
Yeah,
you know
we are.
I mean?
we be having that camera though.
I know, but like we're fully immersed in the experience.
We hear all the sounds.
99% of people have headphones on, and usually they're noise canceling. We are there. We are there listening to shit because I feel bad putting my headphones in, and then Dario's sitting there by himself.
Hey, no.
But I think moving forward, we need our headphones.
For what? I mean, maybe if outside of the podcast, yes. But like when we're doing the podcast, we can't have headphones on when we're recording.
Well, no, of course not when we're recording, but when we're in transit to our next stop.
Yeah, I guess maybe we should get the. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of having fun listening.
I know it's kind of
shit was interesting.
Hilarious. This girl, so this man, clearly struggling with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, clearly, like he was fully having a PTSD moment. Right, he's talking to himself as if he's literally at war. It was kind of really sad to watch. Obviously, like.
It's rough.
And this girl gets on, and he starts,
She put the camera all in his face?
he starts like, he continues the same narrative that he has already been doing, and no one is like saying anything to him because obviously he's like going through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we get it.
So he says something like, "I'm gonna beat your ass," and she was like, "He's going to hit a woman," and she like pulls up her phone and puts it in
his face.
In his face, like clearly the man
going
is
through
not, right. So why?
Right. That you just doing too much. You doing too much.
I'm gonna let you guess.
No, just
okay.
just it is. Right. It is what it is, man. Anyway, let's jump into the hard transition. Let's get into it. Did we say we was gonna change this button?
Yeah, let's not play it.
Let's not play it.
Yeah.
We had this the last time, y'all. I promise. We promise. I'm gonna change this after this one, unless y'all say don't change it. But I don't think nobody cares about this little noise. Here we go. I like it, man, because I genuinely feel like, all right, man, this is go time. This is my time to start.
We should just make a jingle that says "Go time," and then
go Dario. Oh,
yeah, there you go.
That's the sound
Dario's
right
podcast, and I'm here as a guest host.
Well, this the history part of it. It's because we're gonna play it when you get the food. Look,
I thought we decided it wasn't gonna be as divisive.
You acting like it.
Oh my God.
Talk about this Dario's podcast, man. Look.
The jingle was "Go Dario."
Bruh.
And Sarah. Like, what?
Featuring Sarah.
No. Shut the whole operation down.
Anyway, so today's history lesson is about the municipal device.
You said municipal.
Just leave me alone.
Okay.
This is about the second piece that was written into the municipal code for Chicago. It's a representation, and y'all seen it everywhere. You probably heard about it. The municipal device, Chicago Y, right? Chicago Y. Let's talk about the Chicago Y. Very interesting history.
You know, I didn't know about that until we started doing this podcast. Mm-hmm. So I don't appreciate that you said I'll probably already know. They don't know. They don't know shit.
Here we go again.
They don't know.
I'm
I'm projecting here.
Yeah, you are projecting. This is you.
And I'm saying they don't know shit.
Okay,
'Cause
wow.
I didn't know shit.
Don't do that to people. Don't do that. But the municipal device, or the Y, was also a part of that same contest, right? It was also part of the same contest that the Chicago flag was in. Over 1,000 entries.
Crazy.
Yeah, over 1,000 entries were in that contest. And obviously, the Chicago flag won because it was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope. But also this device, right? This other symbol was so good, and the people flocked to it so strongly that Chicago said, you know what?
We're going to have to.
We're going to have to.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting because it's not official,
Right.
but it is
I
official.
mean, it's used by like on city things. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
and I'm gonna get to that.
potholes and such.
Yes, I'm yeah. Look at you and such. But I'm gonna get to that because it's very interesting. And when I say this, y'all, like it is written into the municipal plan for Chicago. It is written in there. However, it's official for city vehicles and other things around the city, like you said, but it's unofficial for all the other uses. People, so we can use it, and when it's in architecture and building,
Can you
I'm
repeat
gonna
that?
explain it.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain it. So what that means is when the city uses it on vehicles or other things that are vehicle related, it has to say "City of Chicago" around it.
Oh, like because it's a circle and then a Y
Right.
in the circle. The circle has to say City of Chicago.
Yeah, it has to say City of Chicago around it. But now when we use it, like we as in people, we can do whatever we want with it.
Obviously.
We can design it the way we like. We
it's
can do whatever.
America.
Yeah, but well, you say that, but the flag, the thing about how the American flag, there's in all flags around
Yeah.
the world, you can't do certain things with the flag, right? With
Right.
whatever the flag is. Chicago's flag is no different. You can't do anything you want with the Chicago flag, even though people
Right.
do it. You know what I mean? Like it'd be a lot of lawsuits out here. However, the municipal device is different. So we can do whatever we want with the device.
Right. I see what you're saying. Because like technically you can't like. Isn't it like you can't burn the flag? You can't.
You can't step on it. It can't be. You got to hang it a certain way.
Yeah,
All flags have that.
Technically, you can't use it in clothing.
You can't use.
You can't use it in like tableware.
Yeah.
You can't use it in.
Yeah, you can't
underwear.
Right. You can't do. You really can't do anything other than like use it as representation.
But if you go to like the beach, everyone's wearing. Like,
everybody got a flag
on a 4th of July. Everybody's penis is touching the flag.
Yeah, so the flags don't matter. Anyway, this is not about the flag. The Chicago device.
But I guess you could wear a Chicago device
Any way you like.
bikini and you'd be fine.
Yeah, and the reason why I bring that up is
Straight to
because
jail.
that's how positive it was received by the people, right? A lot of people, I mean, they used it. The big noticeable thing is that they use it as like the peace sign, right? They use it as a peace
Did
sign.
that really come from that?
The peace sign?
Yeah.
No. The peace sign is its own thing.
Okay.
However, because the Chicago flag, municipal device
Upside down is a peace sign, right?
is a peace sign, right? It looked like the peace sign. So
Yeah, but they're not technically like related, right?
right.
Right.
No
Yeah,
shape
yeah,
or way.
okay.
So but people liked it, right? So Chicago written in. If you want to like find out what this is, and primarily it's about vehicles, it's written in. You can look up the municipal code 1-8-070. That's the official code for the municipal device, which is cool. So I said it's official, unofficial. It's written in. It's official for Chicago vehicles, but it's unofficial pretty much everything else. So pretty interesting how that device actually became something in the city. I told you we walked around, right? We looked for it, and really, if you start looking for it, you could see it everywhere.
Literally.
Street lights, the traffic light boxes, manholes in architecture.
Yeah, you said street lights already.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we walked around, the dopest thing that we saw, you want to tell them what the dopest thing we saw, where the Y, we saw the Y.
Where we actually saw
Yeah,
the Y?
yeah.
Like Wolf Point?
No, don't tell them yet.
Okay.
The building.
Yeah.
The London House.
So we were walking to the secret location, and we passed by the London House, and most people are familiar with the markings on the ground that say this is where Fort Dearborn was, but this was the first time I've ever noticed that on the actual building, there's a sign that says this is the London, where the London House is, on that corner is the actual site of Fort Dearborn. Like, it's built on that site in 1922.
Right. And that was the most shocking thing. And the reason why we get to this is there's Y on that building, right, on the plaque that clearly states it. Now, I'm just as full transparency. Don't pull my Chicago card, because I doubt many other people knew this also or paid attention to it. I knew where the markings are on the street for Fort Dearborn. I know that.
But it's on all corners of that block.
Because that's where it was, like where that corner. I knew that. Like, so I'm not unaware of that. I had zero clue. Never paid attention to the markings on the London House that clearly say that this is where the old Fort Dearborn was. Yeah. It's plain as day, y'all. Like, we got pictures on our YouTube, on the video. We got it on that. So we'll have it on that social media. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing to see those markings right there.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's just, and the Y is right on that plaque. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so is again, we say it all the time. Open your eyes when you're walking on the street.
Literally, I mean, we've walked down that street so many times.
So many times.
I mean, we've been to the Architecture Center a bazillion times, and it's right next, like right across the street. Right across the street. And we've seen the markings on the ground. Yeah. We've just never.
For years, I've seen it. You know what I mean? Like, I just know that. You know what I mean? But like, I've been. You were saying how you've been to London House, party at the. Most people, you've been to the London House. Yeah.
But it's actually, so it's not that main entrance of the London House.
Right, not the main entrance.
It's like around, you literally have to be on that corner. So it's
the
like
corner of Wacker and Michigan.
Yep.
You got to be on that corner. And on the adjacent wall, not even adjacent wall, the same wall, closer to the corner, there's a plaque that, again, says this is the site of, just mind blown. I'm just mind blown. But so like, again, walking these streets, doing the podcast this way now is just really eye-opening to us even more. Like, we came up with so many different ideas for future episodes also. However, digress just a little bit. Let's talk about the origin of the Y. I wanted to like get it out there that the Y is there. You're probably wondering, where did the Y come from? And for those that of you that know, I guarantee I got some other fun facts that you probably didn't know about this origin story. And for those of you that don't know,
I will bet you $10. You got to Venmo us $10.
Yeah, right. We got some. I'm gonna blow your mind. So simple enough. The Y represents where the main branch of the river, the north and the south branch of the river, they all converge and come together, right? And if you look at it top down, it forms what looks like the letter Y. Now, the significance of that, most people probably don't even care, but I do. We do. You know, we care about it. That area is called Wolf Point.
Yes.
And the reason why it's called Wolf Point, there's a bunch of different things you can come in. Because, there's a bunch of different reasons as to why and stories. You know, some where wolves killed people there, and some where people hunted the wolves and yada, yada, yada. Well, we could dive into that a little bit later, another episode. However, that location is where a lot of firsts happen in Chicago. Yeah. I'm talking a lot of firsts.
Right.
And we talked about them on the podcast, but we didn't go into detail.
Right.
Which is the beauty of us doing it this second wave. Now, this, if you think about it, like, just take yourself back in time, right? You know, log cabins, canoes, on all three corners of where the Y is.
Swamps.
Yeah, swamps, you know what I mean? Like, just think
Forest.
of old things. You had to cross the river, and they had buildings there, because civilization is starting, right? In the area. I mean, like, I guess it's civilized is what I'm trying to say. The area was
some people
there.
don't like using that word.
Okay, well, I'm not.
No, but do you know why?
Why?
Because it implies that anything before that was uncivilized.
Uncivilized, right? Yeah. Well, you people, if you don't, attacking,
no one is attacking you. I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying. Anyway, so those, the area had people around it. And one of the things I said, there was a lot of firsts here. One of the first things that was built in Chicago was a post office.
Yeah.
And you were saying
they delivered, so they delivered once a week, from Michigan Avenue, and it literally, what really blew my mind is that the plaque that sits on the site of the first post office is so hidden.
It's hidden,
like it's not even going down the stairs to, how like you can go down the stairs to the river walk. it's not even on the side of the stairs. It's like you have to lean over one post.
Yeah.
And it's tucked in right there. And it says,
literally tucked.
Yeah.
Like, and low too. You have to like look over. You can see it clearly.
You can see it as soon as you just have to be looking for it.
Yeah, it's not a far stretch, but it's far enough out of sight. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't be able to see it if you're just walking blindly down the street.
Right.
You kind of have to look. But the first post office delivered once a week. There were ferries. You know, the first ferry for Chicago was right around there. First drugstore, first church was built in Chicago right there. Bridges, of course. Taverns. The first tavern was built in that Wolf Point area. And the cool thing about the first tavern is that it also became the first ever hotel in Chicago. We talked about this when we talked about the Loop River North area.
Yep.
The Saginaw Hotel. And that was built in 1831. Really cool. And when we were walking around, you know, I also said that this hotel was an addition to the tavern because they wanted to have people entertained and they wanted to have more people come to Chicago. Chicago been hustling since hustling been hustling. You know what I'm saying? So they turned a small little tavern, you know, people drinking, having fun, and to a hotel. Be like, yo, more people come.
Don't take the horse home. Just stay the night.
Just stay the night. Kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? We going across the river tonight. Let's go for a swim. You know, I bet you low key was kind of lit. Office. You know, they delivering letters. Let's go rob the post office.
Let's go rob the post office.
Hey, that's funny.
That's probably what they did.
That's funny. That's funny. You just suckers was getting drunk and just going to the post office.
Robbing their ass.
Oh, that's funny. But it was built in 1831. Fun fact about that tavern, the original name of it was Eagle Exchange Tavern. That was the original name of it. And then Saginaw Hotel. Now, cool thing to tie in all the Chicago history that we learned. I think we talked about this, but the Saginaw Hotel was named after a British dude. You remember, he was named after a British dude, and he actually lived up north, right around the Forest Glen area. Oh wow! If you remember, so he settled over there.
Wasn't that also a theater in that hotel?
Boom! Here we go. Another point. The first Chicago theater was there, and not Chicago theater,
right,
but Chicago's first theater, and it was at the time it was the Chicago Theater. But the first one was built 3 years later in 1834. Wow! Right there. So Chicago again. We've been hustling, we've been entertaining, we've been partying, since the early 19th century.
Again, you can see all this information on that plaque too, and they're all in the same like little triangle,
like a walking distance.
But the plaque is in the island in the middle of the street, so you have to be crossing the street. And you see this like little plaque
standing straight up,
standing monument,
and it's just right there. Landmark
with all the information. It has the picture of the old tavern and hotel.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
And what's crazy is like I felt good doing the research that I did. Right, did the research I did. Honestly, could have just walked up to the plaque.
And read
it. Had no clue. By the time we were so excited when we walked and we saw it. I mean, the post office thing when we saw that plaque. Because at one point, we were just walking down Market Street, aka Wacker. We were walking down, and we're gonna do an episode on that because that street
is full
of history. Like, I mean, ridiculous. We'll get to that one, but we were walking down just looking at plaques, and we were having the time of our lives just trying to find different plaques. I mean, we must have read at least 15 plaques. Just trying to what's going on here, what was this, and you find a lot of stuff. When we found the post office, when we were like, it's got to be right out here somewhere. There's the post office thing, like, and we're like, where's it at? You know, trying to find it, and then we look like we were about to cross the street, and we're like, yo, what? There's the plaque right there. Like,
and they're usually like a green plaques.
Yeah, right. This one is like,
because I assume they're like
deteriorating with the iron and all that stuff, and
turned green.
Yeah. But this one looked well preserved, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it's you could read off of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can read all the plaques, but this one looked like they just put it up.
Except the stone ones, like the really old stone ones. The stone kind of because like with the rain and stuff like that, it kind of you can barely see it. But
I wish
they're like 100 years old.
Yeah, I bet you they eventually
restore.
Yeah, restore them and put like the actual plaques that don't deteriorate as fast.
I mean, there is like the stone one on the corner. There's a metal one that has the actual
history. But y'all, man. Pretty dope history about the Municipal Device and the Chicago Y and everything that's around there. I'm telling you, Sarah and I can't stress enough. Just if you're out and about on the streets, just don't kick it. Go while you're kicking it. Just look. Yeah. Just look at the signs and read them.
Yep. And then buildings will often have those like landmark status signs. And so when you see those, read what's on it. Read that's like really cool history.
Really cool. I mean, like, I think seeing those two plaques, the three plaques that we saw, the one with Fort Dearborn, the first post office in Chicago, and the first hotel plaque, I don't honestly think I geeked out.
Yeah.
Those three plaques, it's going to be hard to find something else that was like a first and have me geek out like that.
Just wait.
Right. Chicago never sees the surprises.
But also watch our YouTube video because it has all that footage in it, and it will show you where to find stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. We show you where you can actually go, tangibly. So, but
let's talk about the food.
Let's talk about food because we got two food places this time.
Two food places.
I love the new version of this podcast, y'all. Let's take a slight break here. We'll be right back. Yo.
Stop stealing my intro.
Then go.
Oh. So welcome back to the food portion.
Hey.
And this week we do have two because one we stumbled upon while we were walking and we're like, we have to stop in.
Yeah.
We have to stop in.
Yeah.
So it's, the first one is, watch me butcher this. French is not my language. Okay.
Yeah.
The Romance languages, I can do Italian, I can do Spanish. French, the pronunciation, I don't understand it. But I believe it's pronounced Ventoux.
Ventoux or Vento. It could be either way.
Venteux.
Yeah.
And it is on Michigan Avenue, and we said it was, so last week, Dario did not know what a patisserie is, which is a French bakery, if you also didn't know. So we walked by, and I know that they are not a French bakery per se, but they do sell French baked goods.
Right.
But they are also a French, it's called like an informal restaurant.
Right.
Again, it's a word that
Brasserie.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
It's another word that I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
Or I just refuse. And so it's kind of like an informal, super casual restaurant, but they also do a happy hour where they do dollar oysters. They have a raw bar. They have a full, the front feels like a cafe, and then you walk to the back and it's like a full dining room.
Very fancy.
It's super cute.
Yeah.
And it's obviously meant to be super French, right? And it's like representative of Parisian lifestyle.
Yeah,
the full windows,
right,
French windows, some might say,
yeah,
that look right off of on the street, so you get like beautiful amount of sunlight when you're sitting in there. You feel like you're sitting in an outdoor cafe, even though you're inside.
Yeah.
It's all like green color and super high ceilings.
Floral.
It's in the Carbon and Carbide building, which is a beautiful building in itself.
Gold top. Hey.
And what was your experience? Tell us.
So, I mean, really, a patisserie, the different vibe of a patisserie is that it's very French. That's what
well, this isn't a patisserie.
I know it's not, but like, I get what a patisserie is now. Yeah, I can see where we going with it, right?
Yeah.
But the vibe of this place, really dope.
Yeah.
Really dope. The food. I want to I want to jump in because this is, they had a ham and cheese sandwich, right?
Yes. Okay, so this ham and cheese sandwich is made on a French baguette.
Oh.
Okay. House-made pickles.
Yep.
And they come with fries they literally had some of my favorite way of making fries. They're like the really thin, crunchy,
flavorful as hell.
super, super good.
Yeah.
But they're
the ham and cheese is on that bagel. You get a lot of meat with it.
Yeah.
And it is a beautiful thing to get that much meat.
That's what she said.
And it's honestly the cheese, the sauce that they have with it, it's like mayonnaise or whatever, just fantastic. The crunch of that thing, oh my goodness. Service is fast.
Yeah.
And so like it was it was breakfast time, right? So that was like brunchish type time. So we got something early to eat while we were out early. So we had to get some food. We were both hungry too. So maybe that played a factor into how good the food was.
It was actually really good.
It was very good.
I had a chocolate croissant. I know the chocolate croissant isn't called a chocolate croissant, whatever.
What is it called then?
I don't know. It has a different, I forgot the name.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
but it's
people be doing too much. It's a chocolate ass croissant. And that's what it was, man. It's a chocolate croissant. It was good though. I ain't gonna lie.
It's like it literally translates to like bread with chocolate. I think.
Okay.
I think.
Anyway, continue.
But I had a chocolate croissant.
Yeah.
And I had just a latte, like a regular latte, which was really good.
Oh, that's right. The latte was good.
Yeah,
it was,
the latte was good.
It had the little design on
little
top.
Flower design on top. It was really cute.
I had what is the caramel?
I ordered an iced oat milk latte for you with caramel.
Hey, let's tell you something. They give you caramel, okay? Mm-hmm. They give it to you, and it is very good. Yeah. I was like, it wasn't like overbearing. I mean, if you don't like sweet stuff like that, you might not.
You don't have to add the syrup.
Yeah, you can make it how you want to.
For you.
Yeah, right, because I'm childish. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I just think, no, you've come a long way.
Yeah, no, it's, I was loving it. I was loving it. It was fantastic. If you out there, Vento Ventu, stop by. Stop by. Staff was good. The lady who was taking that order, she was dope. She really was intrigued by like all the camera equipment we had, but she also was she had a personality. You know what I mean? Like, what did the ham and cheese came with a choice of side salad or like, the French fries.
Salad
and I hesitated. Yeah, boy. So first of all, I was like kind of like, you know, like just thinking like, what do I want? I guess it's a ham and cheese, but I'm like, the side salad, do I want that? I mean, like, I was thinking about being full. She was like, what she say? She said, I mean, it's kind of like the obvious choice.
Yeah. I literally was like, what are you thinking about?
And I wasn't thinking I was going to get the fries, but you option with ham and cheese. That's what I was thinking. It was just, different. Anyway, we continued on. That was stop one.
Yeah,
great little break on Michigan Avenue.
Yeah, that was a random little stop that we took.
Yes. More of these. We need to do more.
But once we finished our little history excursion in Wolf Point, we decided we wanted to try out a tavern.
Yes.
Because, the theme tavern.
We would air,
Yeah. So we went to Randolph Tavern, which is right across the street from the Cadillac Theater. And it's in the Randolph Tower, which is like a 1920s Gothic revival style building. The building itself was actually inspired by the competition that came about designing the Tribune Tower.
Oh, wow.
The Chicago Tribune Tower. So obviously Chicago Tribune Tower.
Right. That's a nugget. Yeah. That's a nugget. That's a coin.
The building is a landmark. It was given landmark status, and it was entered into the National Registry of Historic Places.
Really?
So, yeah, it's a really cool building. The outside of the building is terracotta, which is super relevant, apparently, because a lot of the skyscrapers in the Loop are made from that material, and so it is significant in the architectural style of the Gothic revival.
Yeah, that's like a Chicago thing.
Yeah,
that's a Chicago look. Maybe not Chicago. It is. It's a Chicago look.
The actual building used to host the Steuben Club, which was this like if you look up the entry to enter the building as like to make the building a landmark. So you have to, I guess they have to like submit a report of like why should become a historically relevant, or why this should be a landmark. There's a lot of really cool information about that building, and it's just on the city's website, so you can literally look up the name of the website. So just do Randolph Tower and then landmark like submission or something like that, and it will come up fairly easily.
And it's a national, national. Mm-hmm. So there's difference, right? We've said it a bunch, but like Chicago makes its own landmark, but that doesn't mean it's historic. National means it's preserved nationally. You know what I mean? Like the United States government helps. And whatever that is.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
But yeah, it's like a 19-page report about how cool this building is.
Wow.
So it's really dope. But the tavern itself, is also 1920s based. They have a huge wood bar that goes from the door to the end of the restaurant.
I mean, big.
Yeah, and it's actually named like one of the top 10 restaurants you can eat in the theater district. It's fairly, I would say, like for that area, the prices are similar. You can get a decent something from $15 to $25 depending on what you order, which is for that theater district seems
not bad, because
right at the
you can easily blow like 200.
But it's fairly casual, so very. I don't expect to spend $50 on a meal, so like per person. So I think like 20 is dare I say reasonable for that area,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so everything there is 1920s inspired. There's 1920s art all over the place. They're known for their barbecue, so that's why you tried the brisket. They do have a bunch of draft beers on tap. 16 draft beers on tap. What did you think of your brisket?
So the brisket was they give you a shit ton of brisket slices.
Yeah.
If you compare it to most other places, you don't get that many pieces of brisket. Which I mean, I liked. We couldn't even eat it all at one sitting.
Also, because you had a ham and cheese sandwich,
right? Because I was full. Old girl was looking at me like, "Bro, you okay?
Do you need a
like,
bar?
You good, fam?" And I was like, "No, we're completely fine. It's good."
Yeah.
I will say it is aged 24 hours, so you get the tenderness of it smoked for 24 hours. So you get that smoky flavor. I will say it seemed like it might have been sitting out for just a little bit. Because it was dry, but not dry. You know what I mean? Like dry is like where you had to like really tug. And it just, but you could just tell when it's fresh, it's got like more of a pink test.
It melts in your mouth.
Yeah, and that's what brisket really does if it's like really, really fresh, right? This wasn't that, but it wasn't also bad.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't bad. I really liked it. It had a little thin piece of fat around it, around the edge.
And some flaky salt on it.
Flaky salt.
Gave it like a little bit of an extra bit of flavor.
Yes. What really kind of did it was the barbecue sauce. You get three different types of sauces with it. And to me, brisket
Did you know that the barbecue sauce is Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce?
Yeah, I did. Hold on. The brisket is so usually pretty good. You don't even need the sauces.
Yeah.
But they do intentionally put the sauces there, right? I used the sauce. I dipped it in. And the sauces almost stole the show.
Yeah.
I said it was a little bit dry. It gave the flavor, like the moisture back to it.
Right.
It was dope. I mean, I liked it.
There was like a spicy one, a slightly sweet one.
Yeah, I liked it. The
smoky one.
Yeah, right. Which one was the sweetest one was very good.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite.
Surprise, Darius likes the sweetest one.
Yeah. But then also the other two were no slouch. The hickory had a little spice to it. Also, little kick. Liked it.
Yeah. I had the fish and chips, and the fish was cod. It is quite a large piece of fish. You get 3 of them, and a thing of fries with it. The batter was almost like too much batter.
You think so?
Like it was too thick of a layer of batter.
I can see that.
But the flavor was very good. The fries were fire.
Yeah,
I love the seasoning on the fries.
Yeah, the fries were fantastic.
Yeah.
They were the thin cuts too. So it wasn't like one like big.
Right.
Yeah, you get a lot of them, and they were good. You underselling the size of these.
Yeah, they're huge.
These fillets were like
very large.
I mean, and I, why am I hesitating? Because I was gonna say thick and long.
We like them.
But they were very good.
Yeah,
very good. You couldn't even finish.
I could not finish it just because there was. I'm telling you, it was like the batter was. It's not like, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like if you've ever had battered vegetables that are fried, like broccoli.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah, you've definitely never had that.
Wow. Wow. And she rolled the eyes when she said it.
You would never intentionally choose. It's almost, it reminds me of the batter of the shrimp. You know the shrimp that you get on sushi?
Oh,
that's fried?
Yes.
It's almost like that batter. Which is usually thicker. It's usually like almost like a pancakey batter, right?
Yes,
and
that's
what it is. So it's more filling than like a simple like egg flour.
I like it.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't
Yeah,
like it.
yeah.
I'm just describing it. It's
Yeah.
more of a pancakey batter than it is an egg flour, crispy fried chicken batter. That's the difference. But yeah, it was good. The flavors were good. Large portion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, have I had better? Sure. But it was good.
But it was very good. I mean, like for a tavern that old,
Yeah.
still be kicking. You know what I mean? Like fantastic. I liked it. Very good.
The drink.
They had what was the Negroni? It was a Negroni. It was like that bad boy.
It was on their like special menu.
Special menu. That bad boy was strong. Let me tell you, that bad boy was strong.
You were toasted.
I'm glad we was done. I'm glad we was done. I'm glad we was taking public transportation because drinking and driving is not good. Drink responsibly, y'all. Use transportation whenever you can. Because now we can say that. We should be saying that more.
For real.
Because your boy's not driving. I'm not driving. I'm probably gonna get deep into these drinks.
Wow. Now
that we don't have to drive, now that we're not driving, So, but no, it was good. It was very good.
He's gonna get super deep.
Man, about the, how brothers start getting so deep they start crying.
Wow.
I'm about to start crying to y'all on the podcast. Wolf Point.
Wow.
Wolf Point. Y'all understand.
I mean, you're not about to do this podcast drunks.
No. I have. Me and Tommy.
Yeah,
we weren't drunk, but we was lit. We was lit. We was turned up. You know what? Speaking of food, before we get out, there was one more. Restaurant Week is coming up.
Oh yeah.
January 20th to February 6th, and we did
Barrio.
Barrio.
And it was Barrio is like an upscale Mexican with a twist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't claim to be authentic. They do their own version of Mexican food, and surprise, we were like, we'll do this one.
Right, yeah, right.
But so it was surprisingly great. I was I would never pick a Mexican restaurant in the Loop.
Yeah,
because there's so much good Mexican food in the city,
in the neighborhoods. Yeah,
but this is not like you're not getting a street taco. You know what I mean? Like it's different. So for appetizer,
we previewed the menu for restaurant week.
We had an ahi tuna. Like it comes an appetizer of 4 ahi tuna tacos, and they come in fried wonton paper. Like paper, but you fry the wonton, it becomes crispy, and some tuna in there. Amazing. And Daria doesn't even like raw fish.
Nah. I mean,
that was
now I do.
But right, but it was like a ginormous serving of raw tuna.
It was packed in there.
Ahi tuna, packed into the wonton, and
the sauce, whatever the dipping sauce was,
it was so good. It was like fantastic. A pineapple soy sauce. It was so good.
Fire. And then we had this cornbread.
We had this cornbread that had a jalapeno honey whipped butter on top.
Ooh.
That skillet of corn stood no chance.
I mean, we haven't had all the cornbreads in the city, but let me tell you,
we've had some decent cornbread.
We had some decent cornbread.
This one was really special.
That's got to be up there. Yeah. That's got to be top 5 in the city, at least top 10. Top 10 in the city.
You keep ranking this shit.
I know, but I'm just saying it's got to be up there. Like, it was good.
It was good. We don't have to rank it. It was good.
No, I'm gonna just say, try it. Try it for yourself. Maybe we ain't gotta rank it, but whatever. Yeah, it was that damn good. Is what I'm trying to say.
It was very filling, so it's a great I would recommend maybe don't eat the whole thing as an appetizer. Eat it throughout the meal as you're eating other things because you're going to be very full. Yeah. We then for the main, we got the lobster quesadilla, which comes with 4 ounces of lobster in the actual quesadilla, and then it comes with half of a tail just on the side with the side salad.
I'm getting frustrated how good it was.
The salsa that came with the quesadilla. Yes. So the quesadilla has peppers, onions, cheese, obviously, and lobster. And then it comes with a side salsa and sour cream. And the lobster quesadilla itself was great. Mm-hmm. The side salsa, amazing. Yeah, I
mean, we were scooping it at one point.
Scooping
it. Like they could. Bardio, if y'all listening to this podcast, give people 2 of them cups. Yeah, like you know what I mean? Because like you need that. That right there it was amazing. Yeah. It was just amazing. And honestly, when I think about a lobster quesadilla, you kind of raise your eyebrows, right? Like, wait a minute,
right?
You know what I mean? But
this was really.
If you hesitant on just the thought of it alone, let me reassure you. Y'all know my palate. Y'all watch my palate grow over these last 80, 90 weeks, whatever. Hey, get it. It is fantastic.
It's really good. But really, what stole the show for me is the twice fried adobo rice. It comes with a fried egg and pulled pork that is also crispy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was the flavor.
Yeah.
The level of flavor in that dish.
Is
so good.
And had pork in it.
And it has pickled onions on it.
I mean, for me, so this is where we had kind of had a disagreement on which one was better. Because I was like, I don't know, the lobster quesadilla versus the double fried. I don't know, 1A, 1B, because both of those. At first you were like, yo, what is this flavor coming out of the twice fried rice?
Yeah. Y'all,
it was, I can't, we went, shout out to our waiter, Carlos. Dope brother that kind of served us the preview menu. He chose everything.
He picked everything for us.
At one point he was like, I don't know, I'm gonna give y'all the choice. And I'm like, bro, you gonna leave the hardest choice? No, you take it from here. Go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
And he did not miss on not one single thing. Everything he said was amazing. It was amazing. He said it was gonna taste this way, and it tasted that way. And he was like, I'm telling you, so shout out to him. If you're listening, we told you we're gonna shout you out because you was on fire, my brother.
Yeah.
But y'all need to go down there at the barrio.
Yeah. We did have dessert. We had
shit.
We had a chocolate tres leches.
Oh God. Oh, I forgot.
We had a chocolate. Why did I say like that?
I don't know what you're doing.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Tres leches.
Yeah.
Which came with like a layer. So you got the tres leches cake and then a layer of like cream and then a crispy chocolate, like thin, not a wafer. It's like a thin chocolate.
It's like chocolate, but it's frozen, like it's like whatever that process is called.
And then strawberries on the side.
Let me tell you, the shit was so good.
It was so good.
I ate it, and y'all know
you're not a dessert person,
right? I'm not a dessert person.
One of your many red flags.
Many? Slow down. Wait a minute. Way to find this out in front of everybody. Like this shit is okay. Wow. Well, let me discuss this red flag. Let me tell you, I don't really eat dessert like that. I don't. I mean, not that it's nasty and like that. I don't know what it is. I just don't do it. Maybe that is a red flag. But
it is.
You cracked it. You did the little crack thing to crack and that's what made me be like, oh, this is kind of fun. You know me. I want to play with it now.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what she said. And so when I scooped out, ate it, ice cream, chocolate.
No, ice cream,
cream, that chocolate, all that.
It was really good.
Through the roof. I was like, this dinner couldn't get any better. And then that was the icing on the cake, literally.
Yeah. And then we also got the cinnamon churro bites.
We still got some.
Yeah, we still got some.
Oh, I just remember.
And it comes with chocolate fudge, vanilla crema, and dulce de leche.
Hey.
It was amazing.
I mean, again, you get three
super
sauces.
Super soft, super fluffy churros, a little crunchy on the outside.
So good. I mean, perfect. They were like churro nuggets too. Yeah. Like they weren't like the long churros. They were just the short ones.
The bites.
Perfect.
Nothing wrong with the short one.
No, I'm not giving you one on that one because you got. And then anyway,
I'm getting muted for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah. These people messed up on me. But it was a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like you know, some people be skimping on it. You get
like at least 10 of them.
At least I want to say at least 10 because we start getting full at one point. We were like, damn, we can't finish this.
That cornbread really.
That cornbread took us out. But they were fantastic, and that's all I got.
That is all. If you like this episode, go ahead and send it to someone you like. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Hey.
It is lit, and we worked really hard on it. And if you know someone that doesn't like podcasts, send them to YouTube. And ask them to subscribe, please.
Go ahead and do that for us. We love y'all. We see you next Monday. Holla.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed that. If you have any ideas or things you want to learn about, please DM us on Instagram or reach out to us via email at 77flavorsshy at bepositiveprod, that's prod for productions.com.
While you're at it, go ahead and follow us on all social media platforms at 77flavorsshy. And while you're at it, also give us a nice rating, 5-star. Go ahead.
Do it.
You want to.
Do it.
We'll see you next Monday. Peace.